Why, hello there! It is me, Joshua Harrell, and you are watching a Partner Spotlight. Oh, my studio audience is a little bit delayed. Anyway, welcome to the show. If you are joining live, please feel free to join us in the comments. Share your, just say hello if you want to our wonderful guests that we have today. Just chime in on anything that we're talking about, because this is a live show, and that is part of the benefits of that live show, is that you get to participate, and I will make sure your voice gets heard, and we will maybe call you out a little bit. I'm just saying, we might. Anyway, the Partner Spotlights are all about us having fun, but also learning and diving in deep, taking a deep dive into the supplier partners who we love working with. And today's brand is no exception. It is essentially a one-stop shop with so many choices of vacation experiences that are perfect for any and everyone. So without further ado, we are talking about TTC Tour Brands, the Travel Corporation Tour Brands, just to spell that out. And our guest today is Alyssa Cureton, and I am so glad to have her here. Welcome, Alyssa. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, Joshua. Thank you so much for having me.
Right now, you can't hear this, but our studio audience that I can hear in my ear, they're just going crazy for you right now.
I love that. Hello, everyone that's watching. I'm so happy to be here.
This is your first time in the Sequin Palace. How does it feel? Do you feel sparkly?
I do. I feel so glamorous.
You are glamorous.
This is a beautiful place to be.
Well, Alyssa, you are the sales manager for the Carolinas, Georgia, and Tennessee with TTC Tour Brands. Tell us a little bit about how you got into the travel business.
Yeah, absolutely. So I have 4 incredible states underneath my territory. And just some background about me is I've been in the industry 7 years now, starting in September. Starting in the industry as a travel agent. Yeah, girl. So very similar to all of those that are watching, and just having the passion to want to inspire other people to get out and see the world. And so through that passion led me then to working with our incredible agents and helping them foster those relationships with their clients as well.
I love it. I love it. Well, something that I discovered in preparing for our show is that you and I have been in the travel industry the same amount of time. I didn't realize it was September, but it's September for me too.
Oh,
so
awesome.
High five.
I love it.
High five for my travel industry sister here. I love it. It's a great industry, isn't it?
It's an incredible industry. Really a dream industry to be in.
Right.
I mean, who else can say that they get the joy of being able to travel and getting other people to travel?
Yeah.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah. I mean, forget being an influencer. Like, whatever. No. So one of the things that I want to make sure throughout today's show that we talk about is if you have not registered for the TTC Tour Brands website, the travel advisor portal, please do that. And those of you who are members of the World Via Network, you can find out how to get registered by going to World Via Pro, search TTC, and you will be able to find all of their brands. But then the greatest thing is they've got one TA portal for all the brands. So if you do nothing while you're sitting and watching us, at least do that. That is very, very easy to do. So please make sure you get registered. Again, you can find that information in World Via Pro. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that little bell to get notifications when we are live. So let's talk a little bit about the history. You guys have some history. You've been around for a few years. Like, are you kind of stable maybe as a company? I don't know.
We are incredibly stable, Joshua. We actually just celebrated our 104-year anniversary last month.
That's so...
we've been around the block a few times.
Yes.
So with that 104 years, we've really been able to not only foster relationships with our incredible agents, but also around the world. And so through that, being able to make those connections on the ground with the people, being able to find new destinations and grow is one of the biggest things that we are proud of, is that with these 104 years, we've been able to do some adjustments through getting to understand not only our guests, but those that are working with us as our travel agents. So it's been able to foster some incredible relationships as well.
And one special component of your company is it was started by a family back in 1920. And it is still run by that family, yet you have so many brands across the world.
Yeah.
You are, again, a one-stop shop for pretty much every destination you can think of.
Yeah.
And again, it all started with one family, and I find that remarkable. Can you talk a little bit about the family story?
Yeah, absolutely. So we are still family owned and operated by the incredible Tolman family. Started in a lovely village in South Africa. And through that family relationship, when you're talking about talk about being family owned, and still being family owned and operated, you understand kind of the inner workings of a family, but to be able to foster that and to become a business. One of the things that I love, especially about being a travel manager, working for the travel corporation and the Tolman family, is that you really feel that family trickle down.
Okay.
Being able to understand and feel like you're fully connected from the top to the bottom is rare when you're talking about other businesses that are out there. So to be able to foster that relationship from the top down to your VPs, down to your sales managers, down to your travel agents, it starts first and foremost with knowing that we see you. We understand you being in the industry and what it takes, and really taking that, hearing your voice and being able to share not only our perspective in our 104 years, but to also, when you're talking with your clients and knowing that when your clients are traveling with us, we're going to treat them as family. When your guests are in the destination and they're interacting with those locals, it is that family aspect through a lot of the experiences that we offer on our trips. It's really special and really unique, and something that I'm proud of that we still have and operate at the Travel Corporation.
That's so cool. So guys, if you get a chance, go to the corporate website for the Travel Corporation, because I took a visit this weekend to check everything out before our show, and there is a fantastic video. Unfortunately, Stanley Tolman has passed, but there was a video that you guys did about celebrating the 100 years. Mm-hmm. And it was his son and granddaughter and his wife and him. And they're just having a family Zoom call from across the oceans. But what I loved about it that really spoke to me is Stanley started talking about how it's family business, but every time they get together for dinner, they say, hey, we're not going to talk about business. And inevitably they start talking about business because they're so passionate about it. And like you said, that kind of trickles down. But it made me think, so many of you out there who are running your business, some of you, it's a family business. Yeah. Everybody, the whole gang's involved. And how many times have you been like, we're not going to talk about work, and you talk about work? I even say that on trips with our team. I'm like, we're not going to talk about work. This is supposed to be a relaxing trip, mm-hmm. And then we talk about work. That is our thing, because we're passionate about it, and you feel that passion. And everyone I've met from your company, from all the brands, everybody is infused with this passion, and it's a passion for travel.
Yeah, and I think because it goes back to our initial topic of we truly have dream jobs. What other to be so passionate about what's our next destination? Where's the next place that our guests are going to? It's just something that you get excited from.
Well, I have to say, somebody's excited. Bugsy is on YouTube right now is excited about you and just said, "Go, Alyssa!"
Thank you.
I have to do the exclamation point space. I have to sound out the exclamation points. And Gloria said, "I'm so very proud of you." So you obviously have you're some fans in the house.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. But when it comes down to it, the you guys, it's guided touring.
Yes.
It's guided touring all around the world. So what are the benefits of guided touring?
Yeah, absolutely. So with the Travel Corporation, we do have over 42 brands in our family, but I specialize in the 6 guided brands. And really the benefit of a guided trip is everything's taken care of for you. In regards to the legwork for the guest, we have prepackaged itineraries. Talking about our 104 years, we know all the top sites. We know all the iconic places, the bucket list destinations. But then how do we make that special? Is through the experiences that we then weave into the trip. When you're talking about the ease of it all, accommodations are already preset. Your means of transportation for your clients. Being able to get on our incredible motor coaches and know that they're getting from point A to point B with ease is truly one of the benefits of a guided. And in regards to the benefits when you're talking about from a travel agent perspective, you can rest assured that it is 104 years that your clients are going to be protected. You can book with us for confidence, knowing that when they get to the destination, we are going to take care of them. So not only just the ease of having all the components booked together, but also being fully immersed. Mm-hmm. Being able to get that local connection. We dream about these bucket list sites. We've sat down with our families and planned what's next. But when we get to the destination, it's really truly about the people that call this place home and how they bring it to life. And so being able to not only go behind the scenes where you're talking about VIP skip the line access, but when you're sitting in the home of a family at their dinner table having a meal, it's something that our guests truly never forget. And then also being able to have a best friend in the destination. Our travel directors are absolutely incredible. So not only do they bring the historic sites to life in regards to telling you all the history and the background and the knowledge, but then they get to know our guests, your clients, and being able to understand where's the best photo place for the Matterhorn. Like, where is the best local pub in Dublin to get your Guinness? So really being able to connect with your locals on that perspective as well is really what makes guided touring so easy, so fun. Your clients, our guests get to really kick their feet up and relax and actually enjoy their vacation.
Yeah. and I must have experienced really weak guided touring because my vision of it, or my experience with it, was being herded along. Let's stop at the Shoney's and and strap the feed bag on and go. Yeah. And that was kind of my how I pictured it. Mm-hmm. But when I actually got to experience real guided touring, I understand exactly what you mean, because you never want to feel, if you're going to a bucket list destination, you don't want to feel like you are missing out on the thing. Right. And and having somebody local guiding you and who knows that everybody takes that picture, but the picture that's going to wow your family is going to be, oh, look at this!
Speaking of the Matterhorn, that was in Zermatt last year.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, now that picture had to get more likes than anything else on your Instagram feed, right?
It was.
Look, what is this, a professional shoot you had done?
Props to our travel director while we were in Lucerne.
But this is the kind of stuff that you get from having somebody local.
Exactly.
I love it.
Those iconic.
I'm so jealous. Like those, I need that tour director's name, and I need to say, I know you did this for Alyssa, but I need a little something extra. I need something extra. Yeah. But yeah, having that taking the worry off your plate, and being able to have those conversations with your friend in the destination. I love that. I love that. That's all I want. I want that all the time.
Right.
So we have a video that we're going to show that helps us kind of showcase the different brands. So let's run that footage.
Travel broadens your perspective of the world and your place in it. The beauty of a destination is its people. Through travel, we have the opportunity to discover more about who we are, simply by stepping outside of our comfort zone.
Wow. If you did not see an opportunity there for marketing to a specific group, a specific type of travel, a specific destination, if you did not get inspired by that video, I feel like that truly encapsulated each one of the brands in 2 minutes, which I love it. I love it. Kudos to your team.
Thank you. We do have an incredible marketing team, and I absolutely love that video because, to your point, it really kind of gives a nice snapshot of each individual brand and things that we offer for all of our guests. Because there's such a wide variety. And when you're talking about that we are tours for any and everyone, it doesn't matter the budget, the occasion, or even just simply what is their experience, what is the experience they're looking to have this time. I think our tours for any and everyone, when you're talking with your clients and we ask that question, what's taking you there? We have an itinerary and a brand that fits every single one of those needs.
Yeah, it really does. It makes it a one-stop shop, and especially for those who are on the early stages of building their business. Yeah. We talk about trying to find efficiency in systems and operating your business, but also looking at partners that truly can power you up the fastest. I see TTC Tour Brands being that opportunity because so many different ways to travel and meeting demographics and behavioral aspects of your audience or your future audience if you're just starting to market your business. I love Brennan Vacations. I have a soft space for Ireland and Scotland, and that brand has had a history, and it isn't just let's just create a brand and it's going to do this. They've been doing this for a very long time, and now it's a part of your family. If you're going to go to Scotland, if you're going to go to Ireland, go with people who can be the experts.
Exactly. And to that point, we've been 104 years travel corporation. Brendan's been with us over 50 of those years. And so when we truly talk about destination specialists, Brendan Vacations Ireland and Scotland is all that they do. So being able to have the local experts, we have a head office in Dublin in Marion Square.
Okay.
Where you're really talking with our Celtic experts right there on the ground to make it easy not only for you as your agent and you're building this trip for your clients, whether it is one of our guided tours or Brendan does operate kind of differently in regards to we have the fully customizable travel styles, but it gives you someone on the ground in the know that's wanting to assist you with those questions that you may not be aware of or adding that extra flourish.
Yeah.
When you're in Ireland and Scotland. So I'm
Yeah.
glad you had the opportunity to experience Brendan Vacations.
Oh yeah. And it's just it goes back to what you were saying about the people, the experts in the destination.
Yeah.
And if maybe you've never been to Ireland and Scotland, maybe you have a special place in your heart for these destinations, and you feel like your passion, you can infuse your passion, but you need the product to be able to sell. You need the confidence of the experts in the destination. So they're within one family of brands that takes care of that. And then you want to look at the Kentucky, the cough saver. I mean, you could take your company and that could give me a year's worth of different talking points all around this guided touring, but that's my marketing plan. Is I just move from brand to brand within your family and tell that story. If that's your niche, or if it's just a component. Oh, look here, we're in destination.
Yeah, this was actually in Venice, Italy, on one of our Kentucky trips. And what I love about this image and something that we do specifically with Kentucky is when people go to Italy and when they go to Venice, one of the top things is I want to do a gondola ride.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Right?
hello, I've
Yeah.
got to. I thought that's how you got anywhere. Is that just not a part of it? You just I'll take a gondola.
Yes, exactly. And so when our guests are traveling on our Kentucky in Venice, we take it a step further and you get to become a gondolier for the day. So you not only get to learn the history of the gondola experience, but with the company that we work with, they are women owned. It's being a gondola in Venice is 70% male based. So to partner with a woman-run business in Venice to be able to learn how to operate these gondolas was absolutely incredible. So it was a really not only fun experience, but then also being able to give back to the destination as well as women empowerment.
I love it. Oh, where are we here?
We are in Burano, still in Italy. We went over to the iconic island where it's nothing but colorful buildings. And so our tour director actually tasked us with finding the building that matched your outfit.
Can we go back to that picture? I want to see. I didn't. Oh, look at that.
Yeah. So I like a little contrast. And the lovely, talking about the incredible locals, is as I was taking this picture, the owner was inside the home, so then she came outside and we had a little chat, and she offered me some limoncello. As, of course, if you're in Italy, if it's not a wine, then you definitely want to have some limoncello.
See, I don't know if I could live in a place like that because I would be just waiting. I'd be watching you take the photo, and then I would invite you in for a limoncello, and that's how I would just my time would just be like meeting random strangers, and I'd probably paint my house different colors. So like when you come back next time, I'll be like, oh, we went with fuchsia.
Oh.
Yep, we're in a fuchsia mood. Go to my website, ever-changing house color. I don't know.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Yeah. It was a really neat experience. And then to that point, you could take the palace and just kind of travel around in Italy.
Ooh, see, I love that Alyssa is embracing, my personal style. The way that your team members will help incorporate the personal styles of your travelers.
Exactly. And talking about the personal style is I do like to reference our brand when you're talking about what's the guests are traveling for, and what's taking them to the destinations is because we are tours for any and everyone. We have this wide range of brands that we've been talking about, our 6 iconic guided brands. And so whether it is a couple celebrating their anniversary or retirement trip and they want to do our 5-star full VIP experience with luxury gold, or such as myself, I did a girls trip with my cousin. We went on our Trafalgar itinerary. Or even for multi-generational families, being able to do our brand Call Saver, where it really gives them the freedom and flexibility to choose what they want to do in the destination. I love that for multi-generationals because mom and dad get to go off and see, the Vatican. The kids can go off and do a leather making class or going truffle hunting, and then the grandparents can just go into a local piazza, sit down, have a cappuccino, and people watch. Then they all come together at the end of the night and get to share what they
Share
did.
the stories.
Yeah.
Instead of somebody being miserable, sitting, in a tour that they do not want to be in, right? They get to come together and they've experienced that destination and can sit around the fire like they did in the olden days and chat. I love it. Now, you took a group of girlfriends. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about the women only travel.
Yes.
Because so Insight Vacations. Mm-hmm. Women only tours. So this is so I know we were going to talk. I knew we were going to talk about this.
Yeah.
So guys, I want you to listen to me because I did some research. Okay. This was not Alyssa did not provide me this, but I wanted to. Obviously, when a major company starts to make changes to their product offerings, there's a lot of analysis that goes into that, right? So they're not just saying, "Oh, wouldn't it be nice if we did this?" It starts with, wouldn't it be nice, and then is there really an audience for it? And what I found one study that said 65, and you can take this for whatever you want, 65% of women in the U.S. travel without their partner. I'm just saying that might be the way to travel in many relationships. I'm not speaking from experience. There may be, yes. And then 75% of those who take adventure, culture, and nature trips are women. Yeah. And immediately I saw, okay, this is a great group opportunity. And here you were talking about taking your girlfriends, right?
Yes. And it is truly for, because when you think about it, women have their own bucket list as well. And so sometimes they may have a destination that the spouse or significant other doesn't want to go to. So well, that's not going to stop me. I'm going to go either solo or with my girlfriends and being able to take in those experiences. So it doesn't surprise me with those statistics at all. And even with our company, with Insight Vacations, we also realize that. So being able to offer places such as Portugal, Morocco, even India, when you're talking about places here in the U.S., we have an incredible fall foliage itinerary where the women get together, small groups. What I love about it too is it's a woman travel director taking a group of women to these iconic destinations, being able to also impact women-ran businesses in the area. I know, of course, worldwide, we focus on Women's Month in March, but here at the Travel Corporation and with Insight specifically, it is women empowerment all year long. So it is that moment where you do get the opportunity to go and check off those destinations on your list with your girlfriends or solo. And going back to the benefits of guided touring, it's really those relationships that you make during the trip as well.
Right.
So for our solo women, they're getting an opportunity to bond with other women that a lot of our guests then come back and book their next trip with the same group of women. So also from an agent perspective, when you're talking about just individual groups, hosting a woman group, if you have a go-to source, if you have a group of women already in your book of business, talk to them about these trips. Being able to say hey, I can already put this together for you. Insight Vacations is doing this destination. Let's go.
Oh, I like that. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
And here's another photo. Oh. Where are you now?
This is in Cappadocia, back in Turkey. And so being able to go out here to this destination, Turkey blew me away.
I'm going to Turkey in August, and it will be my first time. So it is mind blowing.
Mind blowing. Not only do you get the beautiful Mediterranean coast and the coastal city towns, but to journey through the countryside and you're seeing the rolling hills and the farmhouses and the fields, and then you go into a place like Cappadocia, where it is out of this world. It almost looks like you are on a completely different planet when you're seeing all of the incredible cave homes. It's a really neat way to see it. And when you're traveling with the Travel Corporation, we do have incredible opportunities where if you're traveling with us on Trafalgar, we have a property called the Excedra Hotel, which is one of our stays with stories, which gives our clients the opportunity to stay in somewhere outside of their standard Marriotts and Hiltons, where it has some history into the destination. And Cappadocia is known for its cave homes. So to be able to go to a property where not every room is the same, being able to get up in the morning, you walk outside and you're sitting on your patio and you see just the rolling fairy chimneys. It was absolutely breathtaking. And depending on what time of year you can go, if you've ever seen the beautiful hot air balloons floating over Cappadocia, you can see that from the Excedra Hotel.
Oh, very cool.
A really neat way to bring, again, the destination to life and get your clients fully immersed in it as well.
Well, Gloria has added in the chat, which really mirrors what I was going to say is, where in the world is Alyssa? Because that's, and the moment I saw that she said that, I was like, that's how I would want people to look at my Instagram or Facebook feed, is where in the world is Joshua? And I mean, it's you don't want to be in your phone, right, on social media, but you are capturing pictures and memories in your brain, but always nice to have a little bit of fear of missing out, and I don't mind making people jealous. I'm just saying, it's very cool. I want to going back to the women only, the Insight Vacations initiative. These tours, and you said something that made me immediately think of it's not about what you, if your clients are asking you for this, it's about making your clients aware of this option. And that right there is when you start to guide your audience, and you're controlling the story. Do you want to sell more women-only trips? Then start to market that way, and talk about it, because it might be that I am in your email list. I get your emails, but I didn't even think about getting my girls together for a girl trip. Right, yeah. And to be, if you can capture that essence and give that to your email list, then they might not respond right away.
Correct.
Right, but you just now planted a seed, just like most seeds. They will eventually turn into a very fruitful tree. So you want to take these stories and make them your own if it's what you want to sell.
Exactly. And to the point of introducing your clients to it. As you are talking with your clients and you're understanding their lives, because of course we are in a relationship building business. So when your clients are coming to you and they're coming to you, they're wanting to plan, granted it might be the trip with the family or the trip with a significant other, but through that conversation they'll be like, well, I just left lunch with my girlfriends. Oh, well, have you thought about, Insight now offers women-only trips. Have you thought about you guys all getting together and taking that next coffee date and having it in Italy or going into Switzerland? Have you guys thought about that? And then that light bulb goes off in their head and it's like, oh, well, now when I get together with the girls next week, we can have that conversation. So it is truly just introducing your guests to things. And I think that is one of the great benefits of a travel agent, is that you widen your clients' minds. They may think one destination, and as you're talking to them and as you're qualifying them, you're introducing them to something else. So I think that is, to your point, a great way to start new conversations.
Yeah, it's like an annuity. It pays dividends over time, but you have to have that in your toolkit, ready to talk about it at any time.
Yeah.
And I would love any of you who are watching us live to share if you've had that experience, even if it was inadvertently, like you were just like, oh, it just popped into my mind, and was able to kind of suggest something else that one inquiry turned into one of those annuities that pays over time. So please drop that in the comments if you've had that experience. Now, one of your key taglines as the overall company is, "We make travel matter."
Yes.
And I want to know how you deliver on that promise.
Absolutely. And I love when I get that question, because we truly back that from a perspective of, we do work within the United Nations 11 Sustainability Goals to be able to not only target making sure that the destinations are being well maintained from a recycle, or just benefiting, necessarily make sure everything's well preserved, but also from a guest perspective when they are traveling with us to the destination. And we partner that with our Make Travel Matter experiences. So as I mentioned earlier, we do focus on getting our guests fully immersed in the destination, but also being able to give back to the people, the planet, and the wildlife that call these places home. So whether it is going to a local's home and you're sitting down and you're having a meal where all of the ingredients were grown within a 5 to 10 mile radius. We're not having to worry about the shipping cost of bringing things in, which impacts the environment. We are able to really truly have some local cuisine truly from the destination. Nothing says fresher than when it's grown in your backyard, right?
Right.
So to be able to introduce our clients to that, and if you're like me, I know one of the things when I'm thinking about a destination is, when am I going to eat? And so, of course, one of the cuisines, or being able to enjoy the local food, is another way that connects you to the destination. When you're sitting around with the entire family, having a true local meal is something that we do pride ourselves in. But then also, when you're talking about the experiences that we offer, we have an incredible Make Travel Matter experience in Seville, Spain, where our guests will go to the Christine Foundation. And why we consider it a Make Travel Matter experience is because our guests get to learn the art of the flamenco. We have some guests that can dance, or if they are like me, that think they can dance.
So you think you can dance?
I think I can. You might have to ask my friends otherwise. But with this opportunity, with the art of the flamenco, it's one of the longstanding art forms in that community. And so our clients get the opportunity to see the instruments that are played during the flamenco. They get the opportunity to see the dresses and the guards that the dancers wear. They get the opportunity to stand up, dance, get to learn the clicks, the snaps, the shakes, the stomps. They then get to sit down.
The clicks, the stomps, I'm down, the claps, all that. I'm down for all of that.
Yeah.
Now, have you done it? Have you experienced it yet?
I have.
Okay.
And it was
Did you? But so you did think you could dance before? Were you able to pick it up?
I picked up some pieces.
Okay. You incorporated that into your repertoire.
Yeah. It might be a little Spanish with just a little twist of American accent on it. But it was a really fun experience. And because not only do the guests get to see it and learn it, but then they get the chance to witness it and say, okay, this is what it's, looks like in its traditional art form. But what I love about it the most, and what makes it so unique, is that all without knowing, not only is it a immersive experience into the destination, but the reason we call it a Make Travel Matter experience is because the Travel Corporation sponsors 2 students a year.
Oh, wow.
To be able to continue this, to go to the school to learn, whether it is the dance or playing the instruments, so that when your clients go back in 2 years, 5 years, 10, that art form is still standing. And that is one of the incredible benefits of not only seeing the destination, not only interacting with the people, but knowing that when you came home, you left a little better than when you went. Yeah.
Now, I think we have a photo. Don't we have a photo?
Of the flamingo?
Yes.
I don't know about that.
Hold on. I feel like he's going to try. Was that when you showed it earlier? Poor producer Evan. I stumped him on that one. Anyway, if he finds the photo, we do have a photo of the flamenco dancing. And if you are not, if you're not familiar with flamenco, it is, it isn't just a salsa. It is precision and the claps and the stomps and the all of that and the, like you said, the dresses, the outfits. It's quite a sight to behold.
It is. And it's all because they are dancing with a partner. So it is truly all about the cues and learning the clicks and the snaps. It is a offbeat rhythm as far as the claps and stomps will sometimes happen off of the cue of the other music. So it's really interesting. And
I got the rhythm in me, so I don't know that I'd be able to do the... Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Look. Hey, glamorous.
I mean, the dresses are beautiful. And not only the musicians, but also talking about the singers.
Yes.
Oh, the singers and the song selections are absolutely beautiful. And so seeing it all kind of woven together is truly an incredible sight to see.
Well, and I hope you guys are picking up on Alyssa's passion as she's talking about this experience, because that is, imagine your clients talking about this. You know, we're just having a little chin wag at the Starbucks, and then, you know, they start going into this passion story. That's going to make me think, I want to go to Spain. I want to learn flamenco. I want to at least experience it firsthand. You get one client, one family to go, one couple to go, whatever it is, and then that conversation happens when they're with their friends. That's how you get the ball rolling. And if it's something that you're passionate about, and it's a destination that you want to sell or a type of travel that you want to sell, this is where, again, we come back to the one-stop shop. You've got the TTC Tour Brands. You've got all of their brands to work with to create experiences for your clients like we're looking at right now that are truly going to make a difference to them as an individual and to their family, the people they're traveling, their magnificent others. I like to say that instead of significant other. It elevates them a little bit, but also you can, like, you know, you're like, I gave you a title of magnificent other. I'm just very transparent. But in order for you to do that, you need to make sure that you are registered with TTC Tour Brands. So again, if you're a member of our network, go to World Via Pro and type in TTC, and you will find out how to get registered. You're going to find out about events, education, FAMs. You're going to get connected with your local support.
Yeah.
So Alyssa is with supporting the Carolinas, Georgia, and Tennessee. There are other Alyssas that have other names all around the country to support you, but they're not going to know about you if you don't go and get registered. And make sure you take education opportunities. I mean, all of these things are so important for you to know how to best work with them, and also educate you on the opportunities within these destinations and within these brands.
Exactly. And talking about our portal too, from a not only just the educational aspect, but also marketing. Going back to when you're us talking about our women only and any kind of upcoming promotional offers, or if you are interested in diving into our women only itineraries, we have marketing assets already built for you. So that way you can go on, grab the information, share it on your social media, get your clients thinking, print it out, and share it if you have a local office. That way when your clients come in, they're seeing it first and foremost. You know, getting them, they might be coming in for another destination. They look over and they're like, oh, this is interesting. Tell me more about this. So we offer marketing as well to kind of help support your business. And when you're talking about support, please get connected to your local sales managers. This is kind of why we operate slightly different, where we have people on the ground where you live, so that we can not only support you from a question about each individual itinerary, but as you're wanting to promote your business, and if you're wanting to have a Celtic night when you're talking about Brendan Vacations and getting your clients to Ireland and Scotland, or having an Italy night, or even just a Spain and Portugal, being able to have a night with Spanish cuisine.
You guys travel so many places and there's so many experiences. You're like going through your brain trying to pull out. There's just a lot of different opportunities.
Yes.
But I love that, and a piece of advice that I have is that you always, and you will hear me say this with every single partner, you always want to make sure that you reach out to the partners you want to work with well before you actually need them. Get to know them. Let them know about your business, maybe the things that you specialize in. I guarantee you that, if you schedule a phone call, if you ask to schedule a phone call, or even some of them will meet up for coffee at a local Starbucks, they will take you up on that. They will want that, but they want to make sure that you're interested in them. You're not just doing like a cattle call, like a casting for a TV show. Like, are you good enough for me? No, it's you've identified that within your niche, within your business, that this travel partner will be a good partner for you. And they want to develop that business with you, and that's a mutually beneficial relationship. And that ultimately, both of you will leave those conversations with a little nugget of something that you didn't, whether it's about the individual or whether it's about your businesses. Both of you will leave that richer. I find that so much with email is a monologue, right?
Yep.
It's my monologue against your monologue.
1,000%.
Getting on the phone, having a Teams call, meeting up in person when you can, that's a dialogue. And there's power in that dialogue.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So I love, not all partners have coverage around the country. So this is something I really want to drive home and make sure that you are aware of it. Now, another thing, yes, you've got the local support, but for those of us who see the power in groups, they have heard the stories of how you start with a group and it starts to grow, but it's also scary. I mean, let's not get it twisted. It's scary if you've not done it before. But you guys have a dedicated group specialist team. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So, to your point, groups can be kind of daunting for especially agents that are new to it. And so we want to assist with that. And how we do that is we have a dedicated group specialist that targets, you get a one-on-one person that works with you truly from start to finish. Not only from let's do the pre-nights, not only from let's assist with the airfare, finding once you have that correct itinerary and helping to build and expand on it, but from a marketing perspective, being able to have a landing page where your clients have a direct link, they get to go and see the full day-to-day itinerary. At the very bottom, it's a contact us. They put in their information, the email goes directly to the travel agent for you to follow up on so that you can help build that group. Even as far as getting those PDF or anything that you need for social, being able to get some of those incredible images that we have to gain that traction. We want to, when you're talking about working together, we want to make sure that our agents are successful. And how we do that is really truly building that hands-on relationship to where you do have that full support from start to finish. Your guests then come home, they feel confident, let's go ahead and book our next group. Where are we going to next? So then that way it continues and you're building that book of business over and over and over. So you have that repetitive group opportunities. Is a great way. And then we also partner, when you're talking about linking it back to your local sales manager, I love when an agent reaches out to me and she says, hey, Alyssa, I've been working with my group specialist. We have this group secured. Let's get together and have an information night. We're going to South Africa, and we want to have a night where you come in, you talk about the destination. Getting the guests not only excited for it, but saying, oh, okay, go ahead and sign me up. I'm going. So being able to have that full, well-rounded support truly from start to finish from the entire team.
Right, and the biggest takeaway for me is that I, as a solo business operator maybe, I now, if I have the network and I am committed to it, I have the ability to expand my team of group experts and marketers. Think about how that can power up your business. Again, it's got to be a mutually beneficial relationship. So you have to fully commit to the working with your partners at TTC Tour Brands. You have to commit to that, and you have to be engaged with them, and all of this just kind of expands for you. Like your team expands, your support expands, and my one bit of advice is if you're going to have an information session, please give it a fun name, and give it a fun name that's uniquely you, because at the end of the day, you're gonna get some of those people that you're gonna get the people who have already bought into the group. You're going to get them more excited. They become evangelists, and they talk about this, Joshua's night on oh gosh, now I'm trying to think of one of the itineraries. Okay, we're going to say Ireland's Great Adventure. Joshua's Ireland Great Adventure Night. And I've got Alyssa there, and you're going to get some people to come. And serve some canapes and a little cocktails or whatever you want to, a little prosecco,
some Guinness.
And Guinness. That was you're more in the I was riffing and I went the wrong way. You're right. If we're talking about Ireland, we're talking about Guinness, but give them a taste of it. But make sure that it's uniquely you. What do you bring to the table? Because you're bringing Alyssa, or you're bringing your Alyssa, whoever your Alyssa is, you're bringing them to the table, and it's gonna spread. It's gonna spread. It's little things like that. You don't have to have 20 people show up.
No.
You could have 3 people show up, and it just spreads.
Yeah.
Just incorporate it. But again, your local support with TCC Tour Brands is they're going to have experience in this. And they're going to tell you what works, what hasn't worked, what they've seen somebody else do that they wish that they just put a little bit of something extra on it. And they're going to give you that, because ultimately they want your clients to have to book with you and to have a great time.
Exactly.
I love it. It's the power of groups. So I love that, and I love all the marketing support. Now, so this was in my notes for today's show, and it was always for guests, always for you. And I made a note. What does this mean to you guys? How do you what is the story behind this?
Yeah. So I think throughout our entire conversation this morning, it's kind of centered around the relationship aspect. And with our always on, always for our guests and always for our travel agents, it goes back to that key, because in our 104 years, our guests, we understand kind of their needs and what needs to be met. So we want to make sure that they feel supported from the moment they sit down with their travel agents, knowing that they have the flexible deposit policy, our incredible global tour rewards program. So the ability to shop across our brands depending on their need. They can know that if they do a luxury gold, husband and magnificent other, if they're taking that trip and then they want to take the whole family and do one of our Trafalgar itineraries, that they're going to get that 5% off. So it's always for our guests when they're in the destination. And then when we're talking about always for our travel agents, making sure that they are feeling supported from the assistance of us as sales managers, talking about our travel agent portal. Everything from the educational aspect, the FAM opportunities, getting to experience our brands first and foremost so that you can go out and spread that information with your clients. Also, always from a marketing perspective, we want to make sure that our travel agents feel supported always, so that energy, when we talked about earlier how the family aspect bleeds from the top all the way down, we want to make sure that goes from our agents also into their clients, so that they then, when they go on the trip, when our guests get on the trip, they also feel that love from the destination as well. So when they come back home, it's a full circle moment, always on for both guests and agents.
I love it. I love it. And guys, I said this before, just make sure you get registered with the TTC Tour Brands site, because the agent portal it serves all their brands, and that's also like all the resources. But I don't. You guys know me. It's all about the marketing and the branding. I mean, and salesmanship. When someone says that they're serving up marketing for you to use it, because so many advisors, agency owners talk about how how do I market this? How do I market women-only groups? How do I do this? Well, TTC Tour Brands, they've done it for you, and always evolving, and making sure, with a team that you have around the country, you're getting feedback all along the way. And it sounds like the marketing team is pretty responsive to a lot of these ideas.
Yeah.
So check it out. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. Because I guarantee you, and I've seen it over and over again, you log in, you poke around a little bit, and all of a sudden it's a whole new world. I mean, it is just like, and the reason why I say this is because I've experienced it myself. It's not every partner is great at giving you enough diversity and marketing assets that you can use.
Correct.
And with so many brands and the longevity of your company, there's a lot there.
Yeah. It is so much. And I think because you just hit something right on the head when you mentioned how we're always evolving. And that's truly how our travel agent portal came about, and being able to have that one-stop shop, not only for the incredible assets, not only for the educational piece, but it's also a one-stop shop for booking. Your clients want to go out west, or if they want to go to South Africa, very simply, you just type in Africa, and it's going to pull up every single one of our itineraries across the brands, so that you can also kind of look at it side by side. Is this they're looking at Insight Vacations, or they're looking at Luxury Gold? You can make sure that itinerary hits their exact need, really making it a true, easy-to-use platform as well. And so I'm glad you mentioned that.
No, the reason why I wanted to talk about it so much and really hone in on it is because not all TA portals are created equal.
No.
And so the things that I want you to leave with is a TA portal that really does, it powers you up, and also that local support. That both of those things right there, I think, are huge, and also the fact that there's all of these brands that are their own niche, whether it is demographic orientated, or if it's the travel style, or if it's the destination. It's all these different. It really is a full breadth of all different types of travel and all different types of destinations all around the world. I mean, I'm just really, really excited about Alyssa being here today, and hopefully you're getting that taste of TTC Tour Brands. But if this wasn't enough for you, I mean, obviously you're going to go register, right? But I'm also really excited that you guys are coming to World 2024 and going to be a part of that experience, which is coming up right around the corner. Now, if you guys are watching this after September, then it's already taken place. But I'm just saying, I'm very, very excited that you guys are going to be there. So for those of you who are coming to World 24, you get to have a deeper conversation right there at the Good Harrah's Southern California Resort. I have a hard time saying that. That's a hard one to get out. Oh, we have Evan is telling me that there's one more video, so let's run that video.
Let's see.
For me, it's opened up a whole new world because I used to be kind of shy and retiring, but it's really kind of opened my personality.
Before we'd met, Graham had never left the country, so we booked a tour with Trafalgar to Europe, and we had an amazing time there. Made lots of friends on tour.
More like family, really.
I think part of what makes travel good is actually meeting other people and sharing those experiences.
Yeah, I'll give it a go. Let's make a bracelet, shall we?
Oh yeah, the Tunnel of Hope in Sarajevo. I just feel so sorry for the people of this country as to what they had been through, over the years.
Seeing the devastation and the pain and the suffering that these people of Sarajevo went through, I found quite emotional, and it hit home it hit my soul.
What you want to do about it, sometimes you realize within that you can't necessarily change everything, but you can try and be more compassionate, more understanding.
We are on the very last leg of our trip, and it's evoking a lot of emotions in both Shivash and me, because we've done several tours and we know what it is on the farewell day.
This clash is all of our ideals.
But look at it, right? We have best friends. We have mother-daughter in the group. We have granduncle and grandniece in the group, right? This is what family is all about.
Well, I got some chills on that one. So I can't think of a more perfect way to wrap up today's show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, make sure you subscribe to our channel, turn on those bell notifications so you can be notified when more shows more partner spotlights are coming up. But Alyssa, I just want to say thank you so much for giving us quite I would say a sampling of TTC Tour Brands, but I feel like I got to get the main course of just everything that you have to offer. And I'm just so excited that our partnership is so strong, and I thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for having me, and I'm just looking forward to not only welcoming more of the agents on the trip, but also their clients as well. So thank you so much.
You are welcome to come back anytime. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you again for tuning in live, or if you're watching this on demand, please check World Via Pro for more upcoming shows. This is some of the highlights of what I get to do, and I'm just so glad that I get to do it with you. So until next time, take care of yourself so we can take care of each other. See you real soon. Bye.